Most wanted, Hells Angel arrested for murder of Aries. Woman over insult. A Hells Angel motorcycle club member accused of murdering a woman who insulted the group at a party has been captured in Argentina. A Hells Angel motorcycle club member accused of murdering a woman who insulted the group at a party has been captured in Argentina, the Arizona Republic newspaper reported. Paul Eichscheid, 39, a former stockbroker, was on the lam for 8 years and was one of the 15 most wanted by the U.S. Marshal Service, the paper said. It reported that in 2001, Eichscheid, a member of the Hells Angels chapter in Mesa, allegedly kidnapped the woman Cynthia Garcia and later beat and stabbed her to death. The Marshal Service said Eichscheid was detained in Buenos Aires in an operation involving U.S. law enforcement officers, Argentine police and Interpol, the Republic said. Eichscheid's crimes were horrendous, and his potential for continued violence made his arrest a priority, Stacia Hilton, director of the U.S. Marshal Service, said according to the paper. The Republic said Eichscheid was arrested in 2003 but had been released from jail because he had a clean record and a professional background. He was also indicted for drug trafficking and racketeering violations.
It added that he disappeared after removing an electronic monitoring device he had been required to wear. Tom Henman, a Marshal Service spokesman in Arizona, told the paper that Eichscheid had changed his appearance, putting on some weight, growing a goatee with the beard part down to his chest, and shaving his head.
3 men took part in the killings, according to court records, including one man who was an informant for the Bureau of Alcohol, Tobacco, Firearms, and Explosives. He later pleaded guilty to manslaughter and did not serve time in prison. The 3rd man is awaiting trial. All 3 were part of an investigation into the Hells Angels, called Operation Black Biscuit, which ended when the case collapsed in court because of problems with informers and evidence, the Republic said.
It was 1948 in Fontana, California, when a group of rebellious World War II veterans decided to form a bond that would forever change motorcycle culture. With a shared passion for freedom and the open road, they named themselves the Hells Angels, paying homage to the relentless B-17 bombers they once flew. By the 1960s, the Hells Angels had gained tremendous notoriety, transcending beyond their motorcycle roots.
They became a symbol of counterculture, fueled by their fierce independence and anti-establishment ideology. However, it wasn't all freedom and open highways for the Angels. The Hells Angels found themselves embroiled in a complex whirlwind of legal battles due to their alleged involvement in criminal activities. From drug trafficking to murder, the actions of a few tarnished the reputation of the entire club. But amidst the controversy, the Hells Angels fiercely defended their brotherhood and its core values. It's important to remember that not all Hells Angels members were involved in illegal activities. Many chapters dedicated themselves to charity, and supporting causes close to their hearts. Proud to be rebels with a cause, striving to prove that there was more to their brotherhood than met the eye. Today, the Hells Angels continue to exist and ride, with chapters spread across the globe. Their legacy, though controversial, is deeply ingrained in motorcycle history. For some, they represent adrenaline-fueled brotherhood, while for others, they embody the darker side of rebellion. So whether you find their story captivating, inspiring, or perhaps intimidating, the Hells Angels have left an indelible mark on our cultural landscape. They are a reminder that freedom, brotherhood, and the desire for adventure can sometimes lead to both triumph and turmoil. Well, that's it for today's historical roller coaster ride. I hope you enjoyed this deep dive into the captivating history of the Hells Angels. As always, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you on the next thrilling adventure. Ride safe, my friends.
Kill him. So I went to the Skull Valley Hells Angels leadership, and I told them, I've got a line on a Mongol in Mexico. We found this Mongol. I dug a shallow grave in the desert, took some Polaroid pictures of the murder. What they didn't know is that it was the ultimate scam. The murdered Mongol was a member of our task force that we had dressed up, concealed his face in the pictures, and then we'd used blood and guts from the butcher shop to create a murder scene, a crime scene. They made me a member there of the Skull Valley Charter, gave me a cut to wear. Now, after the fact, they have denied a couple things. They denied that they believed it, Okay, I understand that. They denied that I ever became a member. Both sides of that explanation are actually true. I was made a member of the Skull Valley Charter. I was given a cut and told that I was a Hell's Angel and that I was a member of Skull Valley. But I was also told, because I was within the 1-year prospect probation period, that an international vote would have to be taken to accelerate my membership, which never took place. Our case ended before the Hells Angels took that vote. So they're correct in that too. I've never tried to hedge that. I've never tried to dance around that or deny that. So the operation concluded for a couple reasons. We had a vast amount of evidence against our suspects, physical evidence, thousands of hours of tape-recorded conversation, criminal conversations. In the end, we indicted 55 Hells Angels and associates, and 16 of those were indicted on racketeering charges, RICO charges. Some charges were dismissed, some charges were reduced. In that discovery open source process, the Hells Angels learned that the person they thought to be Jay Davis, the debt collector, the gun runner, the contract killer, Jaybird, was actually Jay Dobbins, an ATF agent. And the threats against me and my family started stacking up. The Hells Angels held murder contracts on me. They were farmed to the Aryan Brotherhood. They were farmed to the MS-13 through the prison system. So all these people had their fingers on a murder contract for me. My family was in jeopardy. And in the summer of 2008, my house was burned to the ground. In the process of this Hells Angels case, I abandoned and betrayed my family. I made this investigation my priority. My wife and my kids weren't. I was trying to be a great undercover agent, and in the process, I betrayed my own family. That's one of the things, is that in this undercover role, I built real human relationships. Not every second was spent in the middle of some criminal activity or doing something violent or treacherous or illegal. I spent time with members writing, casually writing, not violently or threatening writing, shooting pool, hanging out. Members slept at my house. I slept at members' house. There's human relationships that are built, and you can never undercover out the human factor. There's people you like, there's people you don't like. It's no different than any other aspect of society. I wrote a book. It's titled No Angel, My Harrowing Undercover Journey to the Inner Circle of the Hells Angels. Then after I did that, and after I followed ATF's instructions to defend myself, they ultimately sued me for the book. I coached high school football at the end of my career and into my retirement, which I got a lot of satisfaction from. Like that service before self, trying to influence the lives of young men and teach them some football along the way.
From watching the video, I think it's a risky thing to be an undercover, especially for group, because you can easily be caught, and if you're caught, you're in deep trouble.